Okay, you welcome back, good people of a great nation. This is the second segment of Development Focus with Jide on ITV on this morning on Independent Television. My second guest on this edition, the first in the month of April 2021, is the Executive Chairman of Christian Foundation for Social Justice and Equity, Dr. Joseph Sangosanya. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you, Big Egbon. You have had different positions in civil society, from Plateau State to North Central, Civil Liberties Organization and all of that. Run us through how you started your foray into the development sector, or what we refer popularly to as the civil society. How did it start? How did that passion?
It started shortly after my exit from UBA. I was a banker with UBA. My last branch was Agbara Estate.
In Ogun State?
In Ogun State, yes.
So you were a former banker?
Banker, yes, sir.
Why did you leave banking?
Well, I left for greener pastures. I left for Eagle Bank, which later, during the merger, the collapse, and the option for me then was to go into humanitarian work after leaving Eagle Bank. And used to ply Maiduguri. There's these people in Maiduguri, they are the Koma people, they stay on the hill. I have a friend who happens to be the convener of Ishmaelite Salvation Foundation. He actually invited me that I should join him. So we go down to Maiduguri to give humanitarian aid to the underprivileged over there, because then the issue of clothing was an issue. Civilization was really far from them. So it's from there that I was invited to a program with a Civil Liberties Organization. I think it was a time of IOB. So there's this program, Church and Human Rights. I participated in the Church and Human Rights. And with that, I developed a passion to see that the liberation of our people is paramount to me. The oppressed, to liberate them from the shackle of poverty, and to bring them to understand what governance is all about. So that is how I went in to be to join the League of Human Rights Activists. And then I remember we have a problem with Abacha then. So we are always in Kaduna until when the late General Sani Abacha, former head of state, died. I was on my way to Mina, sharing leaflets and other things. It was a tough period then, but we thank God we survived.
So you eventually established this Christian Foundation for Social Justice and Equity, and with your office in Jos. Which year was that?
Yes, it was Christian Foundation was established after the program Church and Human Rights. Then we have a partnership with JDPC. So in the year 2000, we come together with like minds like Nankin, Bagudu, and others, and we started a Christian Foundation for Social Justice and Equity, basically a human rights organization.
Then you went into labor, you became chairman of...
yes, we observed that treaties are not being observed, and issue of social justice are far from the angle of labor. So at one of these meetings, that was during Obasanjo's era, well, it was proposed to the Congress, and the Congress decided that there should be an election who will be the pioneer chair of labor civil society. After the election, I emerged as a chair of labor civil society, North Central Zone.
North Central Zone?
Yes.
The entire 6 states of the North?
6 states of the North.
Okay. Now, the purpose of this segment, we are discussing imperative of social justice to national stability. How does that, what's your take on that?
Well, my take on that is that there's no way you can look at it. You have to look at the importance. And when you look at the importance of the stability in the polity, then certainly you have to chronically look at what is social justice. When you look at what is social justice, you agree with me that we have a lot of underprivileged in the society. We have gaps. This is a country where a few cabals, wealthy, political heavyweights, decide the fate of over 200 million people. And the status quo cannot remain. They have to. We have to revolutionize the system in order for us to have stability.
Okay, so your concept of social justice, what exactly do you perceive as justice or social justice?
Well, when you talk about justice, then you are going into the area of human rights, basic human rights. The right, even in the Constitution, that the fundamental purpose of any government is protection of life and property. So, when you look at these schedules, you will know that human right is inalienable. And for us, what is human right? Access to education, equality. But when we talk about the social justice, we are looking at the angle where nepotism doesn't exist. We are looking at angle where your voice can be heard. We are looking at the angle where you have access to your representatives, where you can call your representatives that, look, there is a need for town hall meeting, and where they oblige you. Because the way it is, we have only one seat at the National Assembly, at the Senate, at the State Assembly. The thousands, the millions cannot occupy that seat. So you are there to represent us. And so there is a need for feedback.
So now let's become more practical. Yesterday, the president appointed a new Inspector General of Police, and the Igbos are kicking They said, no, you have 6 service chiefs, so to speak. I mean 5. You have the position of Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Air Staff. Those are 4 that was filled last month. Then you have the Inspector General of Police. None of them was deemed fit to be occupied by somebody from Igbo extraction. And the Ohaneze Indigbo is kicking and said that this is social injustice. Do you agree with that?
Yes, totally in agreement, because running a government is different. The administration of Buhari, the General Muhammadu Buhari, is a different thing entirely. But when we talk about running a government, it has to be a government that is inclusive.
Inclusive governance.
Governance. When we talk about constitutional democracy, you allow equal participation. Now, much as the appointment of the acting IG is a welcome development, but I think it has become a paradox. It has become a pattern that any administration that comes in will have to ethnicize a position. Look at the time of Obasanjo, the time of Goodluck Jonathan. No, we cannot continue that way. So, the position of Ohaneze is quite the welcome development. Because my argument is this: are they part of Nigeria? The other time somebody mentioned the real Nigerian and the fake Nigerians. How do you identify the real Nigeria or the fake Nigerian?
Okay, somebody is calling. Let's see whether he has answered to real or fake Nigeria. Excuse me. Okay, please do call back. We missed that call. So, Nigerians want to weigh in on this issue of social justice and national stability. So, if you have an opinion, you can join us. The number to call is 0809-987-1989. The number is on your screen. You can join this discussion on that. So, you are talking about this. This is not inclusive governance.
Oh, sure.
A major tribe in the country is not
been excluded from governance.
Okay, let's have this call. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Alaji Jawara from Jua.
Okay. Alaji Jawara.
Yeah.
From Jua.
I have something to Chukman on that matter.
Okay, sir.
First of all, God bless you. Yes, two of you people are in that deputy. Because if you are in studio like this and you put phone to be calling you, it's very, very important and it's good for the Nigeria. So what is the big problem is that the body regime administration that are in now is what body enter government really everywhere. Every men, we cannot tell them thoroughly. That is what everybody is angry with. That am I in Nigeria? When a pop starts or starts, they will send somebody ministry to their place. You see the kind of killing in Benin, and nobody see anything. And our foreigner, he traveled to London, and one of a source driver, he died yesterday, and I talked there with another person like that again. Is it supposed to be in that kind of way? And all the doctors are there on side. So the problem here are here.
Okay, my brother,
when we talk, the government cannot answer. That is the problem. God bless Nigeria.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Please, when you call in, please use polite language. We do not want you to incite. We don't want, we do not welcome inciting comments and opinion. Let's be civil with whatever we say. We have no other country than this one. And the issue, please speak directly to the issue under discussion, which is the imperative of social justice to national stability. So, coming back to issue of social justice, a lot of people are saying that arising from what Father Matthew Azan-Kuka said during his Easter Sunday sermon, the presidency said his statement was ungodly and that this administration has done a lot by even establishing a Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development. What is your take on that? Is that Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, is it not to ensure social protection that it was established?
Well, the concept might be a good one, but
sorry, let me pause it. We have another caller. Okay, please go. Yeah, just 1 minute. Okay. Please call back. We missed that call. Yes.
The concept might be a good one, but the implementation is faulty.
How?
Are they reaching out to the underprivileged? Is it the ministry for the politicians to grease the palm of the privileged ones to make them richer?
Hello, let me pause it. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Tell me your name and where you are calling from, and please move away from your TV set.
Yeah, Pastor Wachuku is my name.
Okay, Pastor Wachuku, what do you want to say? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kurudu, sir.
Okay, very quickly, 1 minute.
All I want to say as for what is happening in the country today and what your guests have just said concerning the social injustice in the country is that right now it should be known to us all that the man at the head of affairs has never been a leader of democracy. From the beginning of events, you can see that when he was as a military man, he was the one that destroyed the first democracy of Shari. And as he removed the army uniform and came in again now, by his system of administration, is also destroying the democratic structure of Nigeria and is trying to cause a greater trouble for this country. It was a great mistake by Nigeria who hadn't the foresight to have voted in into power.
Pastor, please let's be civil with our comment. I don't think that is right for you to say that millions of Nigerians who voted for the president made a mistake. That's your own personal opinion, and it's not something that you should.
Opinion, and it's a very right opinion.
You cannot say it's right.
My house before, and you come in again, and I allow you to come into that house. Then that means that I haven't got adequate wisdom or understanding to make my house a better house.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion. I appreciate it. Have a great day, sir. Once again, I want to appeal to all of you who wants to call in. Please, let's speak directly to the issue under discussion. This is not just a general affair. We are talking of social justice, imperative of social justice and national stability. And please, let's use very civil language. If you use uncouth language, I'm going to cut you off, please. So, I said, this administration said, look, we have Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management, and Social Development to cater for the social protection of the vulnerable, the IDPs, and all of it. Is that not a social justice?
Well, to a reasonable extent, you might look at it from that angle. But looking at it deeply, you will agree with me when we talk about social safety nets.
social safety net.
Safety net. Then you will know that they have not even been able to reach to the poor of the poorest.
With even conditional cash transfer?
Well, how?
The president said,
how do you determine the transparency when in this country, even the poor, the poor farmer needs to have a bank account. When you have a bank account, then transparency comes in because the channel go directly to the bank. We know not when you carry this present day Nigeria, you carry cash about, giving cash. How do we determine who audits the account?
So let's hear from
so
Nigeria.
in the nutshell, misgovernance.
Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, tell us your name and where you are calling from. Oh, okay. We missed that call. So your whole problem with the social safety net of this administration is because you feel that they should have done the conditional cash transfer through the bank account of the beneficiaries and not giving them cash by hand. Okay. So, but 500 billion, that is what this administration has been putting into the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs under the Social Investment Program. Will you say that is not commendable?
It is never commendable.
It is never commendable?
Yes, because presently, and let me even say this, they cannot justify how that money was disbursed. That's number one. I made mention of misgovernance. When you talk of misgovernance, maladministration, then it is built due to bureaucracy, built into the system that promotes this social safety net. When you have such, then the optimum aim is performance.
Okay.
And it's not there.
The last caller for the day, 30 seconds. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from. Very quickly, 30 seconds.
My name is Prince Maurice. I'm calling from Gwagwa.
Okay, Collins from Gwagwa, yes. What do you have to say? The question is social justice as imperative for national stability.
Oh, well, that if you can see in Nigeria, you understand that socially there is nothing like justice to the communists in Nigeria. Now, sometimes people speak what?
Oh, sorry, we lost that call, and that will be the size of our package today. Unfortunately, maybe in 20 seconds, your closing thoughts on this issue of social justice and national stability.
Well, for us to achieve national stability, then we have to engage the services of traditional rulers who speaks with one mouth, one voice. We need the opinion leaders. Then government has to create job opportunities for the youth. Then issue of nepotism, we need to do away with it. Inequality has to be addressed. Apart from that, human rights, rule of law is key, because that is the bane of all the problems we have today.
You had it. Human rights, rule of law, equality, social justice are the rudiments through which we can have national stability in Nigeria. And my guest on the program, Comrade Dr. Joseph Sogosaya, has said it, that we need to promote all of these values: justice, equality, human rights, rule of law, so that we can have a stable country, a stable Nigeria. And that will be the size of our program this morning, Development Focus with Jide Ojo, where we x-ray issues of national development. If you have enjoyed this and previous ones, please give us your feedback through the social media handles on your screen and through this number that has been previously displayed on your screen. Until next week, when we bring you a fresh edition of Development Focus with Jide Ojo, I say bye for now.